Hello and welcome to TPW. After a long couple weeks, we're back here. Just some technical difficulties as well as some other stuff that came up, but we have here tonight a big show planned for you before our new talent pay-per-view coming up, which is Rising Sun, which is our next coming pay-per-view before the big event of them all as Extravaganza. And that's our last stop before Extravaganza in Japan. But also we have the TPW Hall of Fame. But to kick off the show tonight, we have a lot to talk about after a big loss from Destroyer returning as well as Razor. You heard that right. Two people who are big here in TPW. TPW legend Razor ended up winning the TPW World Championship from Destroyer at the Chamber against all odds with the help of Jake. Even though he had his help, Jake, in the Chamber, Destroyer lost the title, returning. And that's what we hear from Razor here tonight to kick off the show, our new TPW World Champion in the ring, to talk about a couple things to the TPW fans here tonight, as well as we have in our big main event we know is going to be huge. We're going to hear from Razor here tonight to kick off our TPW show here tonight. Oh, and remember that this week we only have one show before our new talent pay-per-view, which is coming up on the 11th, or a little bit after, depending on the week. But those are the only two shows we'll have this week. This is our home show right now, as well as our new talent pay-per-view. So enjoy the show here tonight. Please welcome in the ring, he is the new TPW World Champion, Razor. Well, indeed, it's a pleasure to be here tonight. After a long fought fight in the Chamber, I walked out your new World Champion. And indeed, it's been quite the ride, and definitely, because all this time, Destroyer came in and took my World Championship from me and caused a lot of pain to TPW and didn't really take it seriously in being champion. He disgraced the championship and really caused a lot of pain to a lot of people. But for me, the question is, will Destroyer end up being a man and accepting what he lost at the TPW pay-per-view? Or will he be a chump like he always is and just want to be arrogant and just brag on and on about all the different things that happened to him in the Chamber? Well, we'll have to find out, won't we? It's been a big ride as well, in the sense that I was out indefinitely, most likely not even until after Extravaganza, and that was in the hands of the Destroyer. And my sights are set now that I have him in my rearview mirror, even though he said he might decide to use his rematch clause at Extravaganza. It doesn't matter if you use a Destroyer, it's gonna end up the same. You're going to be demolished and punished for all the things that you've done here in TPW if you decide to use your rematch clause the night before. But as I was saying, the night 2 of Extravaganza, I have to face a man called Shibata. Yeah, he's a great superstar. He's actually represented the company really well since I've been gone. And thank you for that, Shibata. But now that I'm back and stronger than ever as your new champion, I don't think we need Shibata, do we? That little dream of his of becoming world champion will end at Extravaganza. And I promise you that, Shibata. There won't be any remorse towards you. I have a lot of respect for you and what have you done for the company, but there will not be any remorse for what I'm gonna do to you at Extravaganza, as well as if Destroyer gets involved or whatever. You might be the face of this company now, but remember, who ran this company for years was me, on my shoulders. I even beat the Ram, his undefeated streak at Extravaganza, and I was the longest reigning TPW World Champion of my era, and that won't cease to exist now that I'm back. But so many things to keep in mind, Destroyer and Shibata, whoever ends up facing me. I am a completely different opponent than people you've ever faced before. And there won't be anyone similar to me. But it's just a matter of time to see what happens. And definitely, you're gonna want to see what happens next, guys. Because it will be not rainbows or sunshine or orange and red. It will be black and darkness and pain. And what is that? It looks like Destroyer. He's heading down the ring, and he doesn't look very happy. Indeed, I wouldn't be happy either after losing my championship in that chamber. We'll see what he has to say to Razor here. But yeah, we'll see what he has to say right now to Razor. Let's see here in the ring. He's just grabbing a mic here. We'll see soon enough what he has to say. And it looks like he's pretty angry, but we'll see what he has to say. Listen, Destroyer. Listen, Razor. You might be our world champion right now, but that was nothing but a fluke victory. You took advantage of a moment that I had. I had my only opportunity to come back and defend my championship in a fair way, because these fans kept saying I was nothing but a man who stayed home and was resting. And it's true, in some sense, I was resting at home, but I was recuperating to be stronger and be the champion that everyone wanted me to be. But it looks like in general, all these fans, what they want is just another carbon copy of a nice babyface champion who wants to please the fans and do it the right way. Before you won my championship from me, I was on the road to becoming the next longest reigning TPW World Champion in history, beating your streak and the Rams. But instead, you walked in that chamber and took what was mine. And I am very angry. Everyone here on the left and everyone here on the right knows that we here in TPW value what we do here in this company. No matter if we're a babyface or if we're a heel. And yes, I'm breaking the fourth wall because this matters here tonight. We're on the road to extravaganza, man. And this is nothing compared to what I'm going to do. I'm just talking here tonight, spitting out on this mic what I believe is fair. And you, specifically, you're just a legend here in this company. You got added by the Ram because he didn't want me to still be champion. He wanted me to lose that championship because my own father, the Ram, didn't want me to be champion. And I can't believe that he would do such a thing and betray me and not wanting me to represent this company. And I did it well. I created the faces. The number one merch in this company right now is the Faces of Fear t-shirts, where you can exclusively buy them on tpwshop.com. Anyways, here tonight, I have a lot of things to get off my chest. The first person I wanted to talk to was you, because you are the first person that's been bugging me since you got back here. As regards to my rematch clause, I am going to cash in my rematch clause the night before at Extravaganza, and that is legal in my contract as a champion. I will become again the world champion. I will face Shibata, and I will start over my reign as the longest reigning champion, because I will make sure personally that you are no longer in the picture here in TPW at all. And these fans will not, and I repeat, not see your face ever again in this company. You got that, you old man? I understand completely, Destroyer, why you're angry. But understand, I won fair and square. I'm gonna be regal for a second. I won fair and square, Destroyer. There's no need to be angry at me. The one you should be angry at is your lackey, Jake, who didn't get the job done putting me through that chamber pod and still didn't pin me. I still walked out the world champion. The one you should be yelling at is him, not me. But understand this, Destroyer. and know completely that I will remain champion no matter what you do the night before on night one. It could even be on the roof of the extravaganza building. I will still walk out and remain the world champion. Well, this doesn't look good. It looks like Razor's already done with what he had to say. Oh man, and he punched Destroyer. My gosh, Destroyer's knocked out of the crowd, and Razor is now standing over him. My gosh. And it looks like he's standing over him. I don't know what else is going to happen here. He just knocked out Destroyer. And I wouldn't blame him, Hans, because of what he's been saying to him. Calling him an old man and everything. And Razor's pumped up. The fans are pumped up for our new world champion. And what a way to kick off our home show here tonight, here in TPW. Well, nonetheless, we continue with our show tonight. And after a big, and I mean big, chamber pay-per-view, as you saw, we had our new world champion crowned. What will Destroyer have to say to Jake later tonight? We'll find out. Most likely he will have a lot of words to say to Jake, but we'll find out here tonight. As for our first matchup here tonight, as always on our home show, we have some great matches, and we're going to have our new, and I repeat, new home champion, who is Jerry Goodman, who won in the chamber for the home title. He will be facing one of the Faces of Fear here tonight. We still don't know who it will be, but that will be our opening bout here tonight of our home show. So let's get started here tonight with that match. It'll be coming up right after our commercial break.